Hi, I'm Holly Keogh-Davies. I'm Campaigns and Public Affairs Advisor at the Co-op. And as part of my role, it's my job to lead, support and advise the business on campaigning and public affairs issues. So we champion key campaigns for the Co-op, and we do lead work on engaging with government and politicians. So back in 2015, our members and customers and colleagues told us that they wanted us to stand up and champion loneliness as a business. So we began a campaign to tackle loneliness alongside the British Red Cross. The campaign ran for about 4 years and it was a real team effort. So our colleagues did an amazing job of raising millions to support people who are experiencing loneliness. And with the money, our charity partner, the British Red Cross, set up services across the UK to help support people who are experiencing loneliness, to help them feel more connected to others in society. So colleagues and customers volunteered to learn more about loneliness and support people in the communities who are experiencing it. And our team campaigned really hard for real long-lasting change amongst politicians regarding loneliness. The campaign was really successful because we took the time to properly delve into the issue of loneliness. So we undertook some more extensive research to find out who was experiencing loneliness and understand the reasons why they were experiencing loneliness. And our findings were quite shocking. They really stood out, actually. They discovered something new that had never really been part of the conversation on loneliness before. So two of the key things that we found out were that 9 million people across the UK said that they were always or often lonely, which was a huge amount of people. And on top of that, we also found out that young new mums were amongst the loneliest people in our communities. Now, this was huge because previously conversations around loneliness had been solely focused on older people, and nobody had really considered that loneliness can hit anybody at any age. So the research that we call Trapped in a Bubble really gave us a platform to add something new to the debate on loneliness. It made people stop and listen to us, and it made what we had to say really credible. Co-op members initially told us that they wanted the co-op to stand up and champion loneliness as a major issue going forwards. So really, members were instrumental for us campaigning on loneliness in the first place. Members also played a really big part in helping us to fundraise. So they helped contribute towards the money that was raised for the loneliness campaign so that we could tackle loneliness and directly support people through our British Red Cross community connectors. Members also helped by volunteering. So they volunteered to support people in communities who were experiencing loneliness. So they were able to train as community connectors themselves, and quite a number of members volunteered to do that. So they could then go out into their local communities and help people who are experiencing loneliness and isolation and really support those people so they could get some hands-on help and experience as well. So in addition to the campaigning activity that we did around the loneliness campaign, we were the very first business to sit on the Joe Cox Commission. In fact, we were the founder member of the Joe Cox Commission, and they launched a report calling on the government to take action and respond to loneliness as a major issue in our society. So we played a big part in that. And it was the first step really on our advocacy journey, the Commission. We also co-chaired something called a Loneliness Action Group, and we supported an APPG, which stands for an all-party parliamentary group on loneliness. And both of these groups meant that we had the ear of government and could credibly advise and steer the direction of the government's agenda around loneliness. So that's what we did in terms of additional advocacy activity around the campaign. There's a few things I'm really proud of with this campaign. So firstly, we supported directly 12,000 people who were experiencing loneliness through our community connector service with the British Red Cross. So I'm really proud that we managed to get to those people directly, but even more so, we managed to support millions more people through systemic change. So what we did was we campaigned for a minister for loneliness, and we got one. We campaigned and advocated for a loneliness strategy to ensure that the government took action, and we got one. We also got millions of pounds dedicated to tackling loneliness by government. which meant a serious long-term commitment to making real lasting change, which is what campaigning is all about. So basically what we did is we put loneliness on the government's agenda. And for me personally, making such a big difference at the highest level so that people, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what the background, can be supported and access help when they need it, is what I'm really proud of with this campaign.